Imagine this. You've placed your faith in a justice system, a system created to uphold truth and fairness. But what if those entrusted to serve justice had their own agenda, a scheme concealed behind courtroom walls? This is corruption at its core, an insidious alliance of silence, where judicial misconduct becomes a silent saboteur of justice. Welcome to our latest exposé, Corruption Unveiled, the Silent Saboteurs. Today, we dig deep into a chilling narrative, how a network of collusion between judges, law enforcement, lawyers, mental health professionals, the media, and other interests silently dismantles lives, often targeting victims who dare to demand justice and equality. But how do these silent saboteurs operate? It begins with judges who defy their ethical mandate, abusing their role by forming questionable alliances. These alliances serve personal, financial, or political gain, but always undermine the public's trust. Law enforcement, the gatekeepers of justice, often align themselves with these corrupted entities under the guise of cooperation. However, once complicit, they shift from protectors to enforcers of an unjust order. Legal professionals who are supposed to be allies in truth are too often the unscrupulous brokers within this web of deceit, willingly exchanging integrity for influence. Next, enter the mental health professionals. In an ideal world, they offer objective evaluations, but when pulled into this sinister sphere, they weaponize their expertise. False determinations and biased reports destroy reputations and render victims powerless. And then, the media. Instead of uncovering and reporting truths, they become complicit collaborators, spinning narratives to isolate and discredit the victims. Public perception shifts against victims, who now face not just systemic sabotage, but societal condemnation. This isn't an isolated occurrence, it's a methodical pattern. These saboteurs work behind the scenes with precision, their collusion deeply rooted in secrecy. The consequences. Targeted individuals endure irreparable harm, their rights trampled, reputations obliterated, resources seized, and voices silenced. Justice becomes a mirage, unreachable and elusive. But here's the heartbreaking twist. Victims of this collusion rarely stand a chance. They face insurmountable odds because the system designed to protect them is the same one waging war against them. Their lives may be forever altered by decisions made in rooms they weren't even allowed to fully understand. So what can we do? We must demand transparency, accountability, and reforms to untangle this web. Stay tuned as Corruption Unveiled continues to shed light where darkness once prevailed. Remember, justice should never be a privilege. It's time to break the silence and hold the saboteurs accountable.